Okay, we are live.
Hello.
Let's
Hello.
see if the people arrive. You know, when things go wrong on the technical side, Elise, you just gotta roll with it. Sorry about that. My dumbass kicked out the internet cable. Kicked out the old power cord. That's not gonna keep the internet on. Sorry, folks. About being on a beach? Oh, that's interesting. Algorithmically rewarded beach video. Yeah, I hope this is better now. I'm still novice enough at live streaming to know that I'm sure if the internet goes down, there's a way to not completely end the stream. But thank you, Moto. That is a very kind tip. But you know what? Not when you kick the internet cord out of the power cord out of the internet. So here we go. You ready?
Okay, what suggestions did I miss?
So Kiss
We had Kiss
Cam,
Cam. What else? Kiss Cam makes me happy.
Donovan Geo update,
The-
Y front update. Someone said Y front.
okay.
Oh, Kim, I'm not sure if we saw it, but thank you for the offering on the other stream.
Oh.
We didn't see it, but
Oh,
God bless. That's very
God
sweet.
bless. God bless.
Um,
Also, I was sending
I
out.
wish
I
it
was
was the
mailing
Rapture.
I was mailing a T-shirt this week and was wondering, like, do we owe you all anything? Do I need to be sending any of you anything? Do we owe any of you stickers or pins or?
Thank you, Kim.
Aw,
Yes, it definitely got
Kim.
to us, I'm sure. DG puts up a clothesline and hangs up all his Y fronts.
I love that.
He's
Okay.
put a in an upcoming episode. He put a hot tub on the roof and is doing a reverse Bathsheba scenario. When I was listening yesterday, he said Jesus was a perfect man, and my first thought was he's too young.
That's true. We think of Jesus as being so adult.
There's
and
not many
wise.
33-year-olds that I'm like, yeah, you. Although 33 back
early
then,
30s is like
33 back then was
well,
older years. 33 back then was 62.
how do we know?
They didn't live very long.
I was in a museum yesterday and all these kids had these like matching college t-shirts on and I was pretty sure most of the kids were between 10 and 12 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, why are they wearing they were all wearing these UCLA shirts and I was like, are those UCLA college students?
Definitely.
Because I was positive they were junior high kids.
Yeah. College students look like little babies.
Oh, white foods Hallie doesn't like?
Maybe you
Great
finally
question.
found one white food you don't like.
Okay. Cauliflower
Coconut.
or coconut. The two good things for you.
Okay, that's fun. White foods.
I have to say, I don't think I've ever told you this, but I really love the Donovan Geo Y-front thing.
Oh, thanks.
Because I've always had a thing about
Thanks for telling me on live television.
this is live television. Oh my God. I've always loved, I think a man in tighty whities is just like, I don't know. To me, it's the most vulnerable looking thing I've ever seen. Like to see a man in tighty whities. I just feel like just because he's in tighty whities, you could go like this and just like push him over. That's like the vibe I get from tighty whities.
Tofu, yes.
And that's all I've been waiting for is just to be able to like, I want to push guys over. I just want to just push them over.
Yeah, men are vulnerable in tighty whities. It's like an armadillo with no shell.
Tofu. Oh, tofu. I never thought of tofu. Okay. Yeah, Hallie would not. It seems like Fitter would be doing tofu with brandy probably. And
Sliced mayonnaise? Wow, that's really great.
sliced mayonnaise, what is that? Is
I
that
think it
real?
is exactly what it sounds like. Is that a real thing?
What?
If so, North Korea, please drop the bomb soon.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Why spread mayo when you can have it in a slice? You know what? Duke's mayonnaise is so good that I kind of am into this idea. I'm kind of
Really?
into this idea.
But wouldn't they have to put weird things in it to make it become a piece of something?
I'm kind of into it. I love mayonnaise.
Oh, I
I'm the
fucking
whitest guy I know.
mayonnaise. I can't.
You don't like mayonnaise?
I mean, like if it's hidden, I eat BLTs and shit, but like it needs to be like overpowered by something like bacon or stuff, like for it to even exist for me. Fucking mayonnaise makes me fucking God no.
How did I not know this insanely strong response to mayonnaise?
Oh.
Okay, let's rock. Sliced mayonnaise tofu should come up for sure.
Okay.
Anything else? If you're not a sub to the channel, go ahead and sub and smash that thumbs up again, and maybe we won't disconnect this stupid stream.
I have a real like strange insecurity about spelling, and the way I spelled mayonnaise just now is don't look at it. I don't want you
It's
to.
not that far off.
Did you already see how I spelled it?
Yeah.
I don't want you to look at it.
Okay.
Well, how did I spell it wrong? It's the 2 S's at the end.
It's MAYONNAISE, I think. Not 2 S's, right?
Oh, so I was close.
Yeah.
It's just 1 S at the end.
No, MAONN, I think. Yeah. What if Hallie tried sliced mayonnaise and then it tries to describes her body's response to it?
See, would Hallie?
Oh, new Jurassic Park. That sounds good. We should do something about that. There's a new Jurassic Park.
What's the story with the new Jurassic Park? It's just like all the other ones.
I'm sure we should just talk about why Jurassic Park is flawed.
And it doesn't it feel
it's
like
probably woke too.
Doesn't
they
it
made the
feel
dinosaur?
like Hallie would love sliced mayonnaise?
Definitely.
What's the bubble? I haven't heard of it.
That's probably maybe one more. Big Beautiful Bill is the angel of death. We should talk about Big Beautiful Bill, the tick skid.
Yeah, what's going on? What do you think is going on with Bill, y'all? Hallie makes sliced mayo would be amazing. It would probably drive her kids insane. Oh, it's a satire? Oh, wait, it's the real? I don't trust my brain right now.
Dinosaur eating its tail. It's not. Is it a satire?
Is it? Is this one?
I want to hear about Steve. Maybe a fall program planning retreat. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should check in with Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve is probably on his. Yeah. Okay. A Steve update. But what do we think about Big Beautiful Bill? I need to like make him. We have to like have him have a personality. What is he going to be like? And it would be fun if it could be like doing commentary on the budget, obviously. So the budget that passed that's going to raise everyone's prices on everything is.
Oh, maybe.
So how can I make that a person?
I think you're thinking too far into it.
But I want to be able to make who he is someone that we can like play with a double, like a commentary on the budget. Because his name's Big Beautiful Bill.
Yeah. I have an idea for that. We'll just we'll just take like one aspect of the big beautiful bill. Um,
Oh
Maybe he's
yeah.
like big and strong, and there are some cuts that were made in the budget, but we're using big beautiful bill to actually like physically make up for it.
Yeah. I
He's
mean, it could
Samson.
just be too that okay, yeah, I think I got it. I mean, obviously like Hallie basically, Twin Hills is getting all this free labor out of these kids. So yeah, we're expecting him to be big and beautiful, but maybe he's just super costly to have around. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're ready. Although I wonder if the big beautiful bill like thing dates it too much. Like, is that gonna not be very evergreen?
This is going to come out pretty soon.
I mean, it's gonna fuck us for like up to 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Like some of the Medicaid cuts like won't be gone until 2030. Oh no, that's 5 years away. I always think, oh, 2030 is 10 years. That's 5
You're
years away.
living in 2020.
Oh my gosh, we only have 5 more years of Medicaid.
Okay.
Get all your prostates checked now, kiddos. Got your back.
Got your back. Here we go. A little improv. Welcome to folks who just joined. We're going to improvise an episode of Mega the Podcast. And we'll keep a half eye on the chat, but most eyes on God and an eye on each other. Here we go.
Hiya, I'm Hallie Labont, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we're giving our mega church a tiny family feel. And today is no exception. We're joined by our Supercast supporters in the chat who have given us suggestions for our improvised live episode today that we are recording on YouTube. And per usual, I'm joined by my co-host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Please welcome Gray Haas.
Christ is lit and he is the coolest. Hallie, how are you?
There's so many things that go with lit.
What?
He gives my heart a hit.
Okay.
You could say something that rhymes with a little bit. You know what I mean?
Wait, you're saying
I'll
that
have
there's
to
something.
sit.
You're saying there's a lot of things that go with lit, and then you said you could rhyme something with a little bit. So you're just not really giving me an option there. You're just saying go rhyme something with it. I'm asking you for actual hard options.
For real life options?
Well, I don't really need options, Hallie, because I like the idea that Christ is lit and he's the
too
coolest.
legit to quit.
Well, nobody says that anymore, Hallie.
What?
I'm too
I
young for that. Anyway, how are you?
I am blessed because I woke up today as a Christ follower, just like I did yesterday, and like I might do tomorrow. But you know what? There is no guarantee the sun is going to rise tomorrow because I'm keeping my eyes to the skies. Jesus might return today.
I love that, Hallie. And, there's something that I should tell you, which is I forgot to hit record on this. So we don't have to start it all the way over, but we do need to hold for a second.
Fuck.
And
sorry, y'all.
We don't need to do the intro again. We can just do that. Okay. Here we go.
Recording of the intro?
Yeah, we can just take it up for live stream.
YouTube?
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
I can start over. What's easier for you?
No, that's fine. It's Hannah's problem. Sorry, Hannah.
But it would give you another chance to have a fucking rhyme.
No, let's keep going.
Okay.
How are you, Hallie?
I am so blessed. I'm more in love with Jesus every single day. I'm just living with an attitude of gratitude. And I'm so excited to, pour my love into all of Christ's followers today. And you're one of those people.
Oh, that sounds exciting, Hallie. Actually, I'm not as positive today as I usually am. Unfortunately, it's just been a really challenging week. And I'm laying at the foot of the cross and I'm going, hey, I'm saying I'm laying it at the foot of the cross. I'm not laying at the foot of the cross because...
You're not laying prostrate at the cross?
No, because you would be lying prostrate at the foot of the cross, Hallie.
That's what I said. You are prostrate at the cross.
No, well, anyway, I am just having how would I put this? A bit of a tiff.
Oh, no.
with not only my lady friend Tifa, but also
A tiff with Tiffer. Well, it's sort of built in.
I know, and uh, you know, it's just been a tough week, is all, and I'm just putting it in front of Jesus, and I'm saying, Jesus, take the wheel, and I'm really imagining that there's a wheel at the foot of the cross that Jesus takes, and he's kind of
Mm.
driving the cross around like a cross on wheels
Mm.
to wherever I need it and wherever it needs to go.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you're struggling this week, my friend.
Well, it's fine. It's more that I'm not struggling, but my neighbor, and I know,
Oh, no.
he's just,
Oh, no.
he's just a, and I hate to use this word, Hallie,
Mm.
and I apologize if there are young listeners in the room, but he's just
Hey,
a
Mason Bear.
friggin' goof. He's a goof. And
Mm.
and he's dumb. He's a dummy, and he's a goof.
Oh, no.
And this week, I look out uh, our the window, or I'm not sure if I mentioned him before, but my friend Mason
Mason
Bannerman's
Bannerman?
house, and there were what I thought were Buddhist prayer flags hanging everywhere.
What?
And I'm going, okay, we're not going to be a Buddhist neighborhood. Okay.
No. This
We're
isn't
not
a
going to be a
Buddhist
Buddhist.
nation.
This is not a Buddhist nation.
No, it is not. It is a Christian nation.
And so I go out there and I'm about to cut them down because they're not only just in his yard, they're going over the very tall fence that we constructed in between our yards. They're attached to the top of that. Then they're attached to the light pole out front. So it's just making this complete Buddhist uh, Bermuda Triangle, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. And I think those Buddhist prayer flags are sick. And I feel like people put those up, and Donovan Geo is putting them up as some kind of an affront to you. It's aggressive. He is trying to bait you into a fight.
Well, anytime somebody puts up a religious iconography,
Oh, it's disgusting.
that is
Mhm.
an example of them just trying to shove it down your throat.
Yes, that is they're trying to indoctrinate you and colonize you and
Yeah.
all of those terrible things. And it is sick when people show their religious iconography, in public places
So I took
or
things
even
into my
private.
own hands and I put on my Jesus One shirt. It's a shirt that just says Jesus WON on it in the biggest letters. It's so sick. And I went out there with a pair of garden shears and I said, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this, uh, by destroying them.
Yeah,
And
burn it to the ground. Burn those flags.
so I, went out in the morning, so early, some would call it night. And I went to each of the lines. Hallie, I hate to say this, but they weren't Buddhist prayer flags.
What? What was
They were
it?
Y fronts.
What are you talking about?
They were
Why
they
fronts?
were Y front.
Like on a clothesline?
Yes. Well,
Just
or
a
maybe on
bunch
a
of different colored Y front underpants,
yeah.
men's tidy whities hanging from a long clothesline?
And can we call them tidy whities if they're not white? Because most of them weren't.
How in the heck is he finding Y fronts of different colors? They don't even make those.
I don't know.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh,
sick.
it's sick.
All
It
the colors of the
grieves the
rainbow. And
heart of
so then
God.
I'm out there and I feel like, oh, this could look bad that I'm out here cutting down
A man's underpants.
exactly, because I think it's iconography. It's more iconography. And so I am shears in hand like this on the ladder in the dark. And I'm about to chop and I realize, oh, it's a bunch of underwear that I'm about to cut down, not Buddhist prayer flags.
Did you accidentally touch any of the underpants?
Well, I just had that moment, and I bet people here have felt this. And, chat, let me know if you've ever felt this. But do you know when you
Yeah.
set out on a mission, uh, and somewhere along the lines, your faith is tested,
Yep, I do know that. Yep.
and you're going, God, am I doing the right thing? You called me to do this. I answered the call,
Yep.
but now I'm halfway up the mountain, as it were, and in this case, I was on top of a stepladder. And my faith was shaky. I gotta say it, Hallie, my faith was shaky.
You
Should I chop it down?
I'm picturing you up there like friggin' Abraham on top of Isaac, raising his knife to plunge it deep into his son's throat or chest or gut or wherever he
Oh,
was
really? Yeah, I always thought of
aiming
it in
it.
a
I don't
different
know.
place, but
But I'm picturing you up there like Abraham having to make this horrible sacrifice to, honestly just make God feel better.
yeah, if there's anything that would illuminate that more, I think it is, you know, Abraham sacrificing his son is a good example of chopping down someone's Buddhist prayer flags.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's a 1-to-1.
so my faith is shaken, guys.
Oh,
And
no.
then I hear this still small voice, and I'm like, I couldn't quite hear what it was at the time, but I just knew like, uh, that's God. God's telling me to do it. I went wham, whack, chop them down. I mean, in that moment, I kind of felt like Abraham Lincoln in the cherry tree or whoever did that.
George
Uh,
Washington.
and then I gathered them in my arms, came down the ladder, put them in a big pile right on the curb, where the collection for leaves is on Wednesdays. And I just thought, take these to the dump because they're
Yes,
trash.
yes.
And then, Hallie, what I realized was the still small voice was actually that was actually Donovan Geo screaming from his rooftop, you know, and it was something like, you want to start a war, big boy?
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
I hate this guy. I mean, I don't hate him,
Well,
but I
that's
just hate the way I hate who he is and how he is.
You hate his catchphrases. It's okay to, love the, talker, hate the phrase.
Is Hallie, he was up on his roof, sort of climbing around like some sort of a Spider-Man or something. I don't even know what he was. I don't even know what he was up there doing at the morning night. But now it's just turned into this whole thing because he came over, and not sure if I mentioned before, but he complained to Clay
Clay
Mason
Mason
Bannerman,
Bannerman.
and Clay is like, "You can't do that." And I'm going, Clay, this is my faith. This is the most important thing to me.
Mhm.
And I am not going to have anyone throw something like a bunch of Buddhist prayer flags in my face that ended up being underwear, but it's the thought that counts.
Yep. And it sounds like, you know what? You might be in a holy war now, but you got God on your side.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes the only way to, let people know that you will not be at war and that you are totally against war and that war is not on the table is to drop a bomb on them.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's what's
Sometimes
happening in Iran right now.
exactly. You know what? Iran is like it to them, it's, a bomb literally being dropped on them, I guess. But to us, like the intent, matters.
Well,
And
we
what
are
we're saying is
yes.
no
We're saying
war.
no war.
No war. There will be no war.
And that's what
We
I'm
are
saying.
dropping this bomb on you so that you understand how non-warlike we
Well,
are. We're saying no war.
we are ending war. We're dropping a bomb to end war because guess what we're dropping a bomb on? A bomb making factory.
Right. That, we are not currently at war with. So we're not
No, we're not at
ending a
war.
war. We're just
We're
and we're
ending a
not
war.
starting a war by dropping
No,
bombs.
we're ending war. And that's what I
We're
said. I said,
ending
I'm
all war.
ending a war.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Because he said, you want war? And I said, we're ending a war.
Yep. 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 Yep.
So that is kind of how my week midweek started, and it's just been a bit stressful because I would say things are escalating.
Well, I just crave the day that, the Lord shows you the new condo that he has picked out for you.
I
And I know
know.
it's out there. There is going to be what are you looking for? A 1-bedroom, 5-bath?
I'm looking for a 1-bedroom, well, 1 or 2-bedroom, 5-bathroom, and I did have a contract on one, but it fell through.
Oh.
And so I'm just, very unfortunately, I'm picky. I have certain things that I like
Yep, yep,
and that I
yep.
need if I'm going to spend, over, $200,000,
You've
here in
got
Indianapolis,
standards.
you can
Yep.
buy quite the
You can buy a
place
mansion for 200.
for that.
Yep, yep,
So
yep, yep, yep.
I'm going to be getting a very nice place, but it's got to have 5 bathrooms. It's an aesthetic thing and it's a feng shui thing.
Mm.
And I don't even believe in feng shui. I just, I like some of the magazines.
Oh, really?
Well, how are you, Hallie?
Oh, well, honestly, I'm thinking about you and putting you on the top of my prayer list. And I believe that God is picking out a condo for you in the same way he's picking out a godly wife for you.
Oh yeah.
He's designing these things perfectly for you. He's going to make this gal
Well,
fulfill all your dreams
I even
and the
forgot about
condo.
that part. Tifa got into it because she's going, "You shouldn't do that," and I'm going, "Oh, okay. You're gonna tell a soldier on his way to war, maybe you don't do that? You don't have a choice in these matters, Tiff." So Tiffer and I got in a bit of a tiff, but it's okay. I'm super busy right now. I just really don't have time for her feedback. I never have.
Well, you know what? If Tiffer can't, support her godly man, maybe she's not the one.
Well, she
Gray.
can definitely support me because I mean, she makes, you know, an she can press. Oh, she can overhead press at this point, probably 180.
Is that
Oh
right?
yeah.
She can press over her body weight?
Oh, definitely, Hallie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So can Mickey. They press the same.
What about Barbie Lou?
Bobby Lou doesn't. She just doesn't really care too much about working out, unfortunately.
Well, I just feel like, the Bible promises us that God won't give us more than we can handle. So I'll tell you what, you being, without a home base right now, you've been having to crash at your buddy's house for so long now. I mean,
Well,
you're
it hasn't
making
been
this.
that long, a few months, but
Oh,
yeah, I mean, the next time I go over there, and I'm gonna keep my Jesus One shirt on. I'm gonna put like a Black Rifle Coffee hat on or something to make me really look intimidating and see if he likes that. Because you just can't be. I mean, even if they're not Buddhist prayer flags, you can't be hanging undergarments for an entire neighborhood to see. A lot of kids in this neighborhood, Hallie. Do you want kids to see that? Do you want kids to see that people wear underwear? It's just
very good
sick.
point. Very good point. And I just want you to know that you do have my unyielding support. I think, Donovan Geo threatening you with war, because he thinks you've, made the first move or whatever, which we know is not.
He made the first move, Hallie.
By
I cut them down
That's right.
to end the war.
That's right. You're right. Putting up those prayer flags, which, just turned to be out to be underpants, drying on a line. But that was the first move. Same with Iran. I mean, Iran definitely made the first move
Definitely.
by being there. They were just, we're here being a country. And we were like, well, here's what we have to say about that. And, sometimes you just have to let people know your standards in the same way you're letting your realtor know your standards of what you want in a
Exactly.
condo. So,
We have to have standards.
yeah. And so,
So, you live in a neighborhood and guess what? There's a neighborhood association. I'm also not afraid to take him in front of the council because that's also, you just can't live in this neighborhood and do whatever you want.
I think he's actually lucky that you are living next to him and you are listening to this still small voice in your head, which we know is the Holy Spirit. And we know that when the Holy Spirit is confirming how you feel and telling you to take action, you know that that is an act of God that you are acting out if you're following your still small voice. And you know what? Donovan Geo is lucky that he got off with just a pile of clean underpants in his garbage out front. He's lucky that he got off like that because you could have gotten a bunch of Christians from Twin Hills to march around his house 7 times, blow some trumpets, and just watch all his walls come tumbling down, and then all of us come in and raid everything he has and
Yeah,
take over and live there ourselves
uh,
rent free. I mean,
I'm not afraid to go plan B, Hallie, but right now I'm just trying to not go full biblical on him because he knows who wins that. God does. And his whole argument to this is, well, now I only have one pair of Y fronts. And so he's like, and he goes like this. So when I wash them, And I'm like, "What does that even mean?"
That's not even a catchphrase.
So
What
when they're in the wash, that's kind of how he says it.
so what when they're in the wash? There needs to be another phrase.
I know. And I'm going, "What?" You know? What? So when they're
Yeah,
in the
so
wash,
when they're
what?
so
I
when
don't
they're
know.
in the wash,
So when they're in the wash.
you can stick it up your bosh?
What?
I don't know.
You mean Bosch, the TV show on Amazon? I
Yeah,
love Bosch.
I'm
It's
just
so good.
so good.
Bosch is
Oh,
so
I mean,
good. I
if
love Bosch.
people aren't watching Bosch,
If
I
people
don't
aren't
know
watching
what
Bosch,
you are
it's just a
doing.
it's just a detective. He's
Ah,
going around.
yep,
Bosch,
yep.
so good.
It's so
And
good.
another Bosch. There's a Bosch, and then Bosch
Mhm.
returns. Another
Mhm.
Bosch bites the dust. There's so many Bosches.
And you can't lose. I
No,
mean, all of them are gonna
you
be
can't
good.
lose
It
with
doesn't
Bosch.
matter
It's a
what
good,
Bosch you're watching.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Well, Hallie, what's going on at your house this week? Is there anything positive? Because goodness knows, I really would love some good news after my week.
I'll tell you what, I've had a great week with my white foods. I like when I learn an immutable law of the universe, like that Jesus won, for
Right.
instance. I like to have conclusions and to have things wrapped
You
up and
like
to,
things explained. You like things to
I
be
like
concrete.
I like answers. I like all this. And so I know when I know I like something, I just declare it as law. And I in my house, my kids and my husband Lance Labat know that I like white foods. And if it's white, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
You bring home a white cake with white frosting, mom's gonna be happy. You know what I mean? Well, besides obviously white wine, which nobody
Oh,
needs
right.
that kind
Well,
of
nobody
poison
likes
around,
that.
but everything else white I like. And so this week I've started there is this awesome new trend where you can get like how you can get a slice of cheddar that you throw on your burger. Well, now you can get a slice of ketchup that you throw on your burger. You can get a slice of mayonnaise that you throw
A
on your
slice of
burger.
mayonnaise? A
Yeah.
slice of ketchup?
So I was at home making sliced mayo.
How do you make sliced mayo?
Well, you have to just
Does
put
it
it
come in a kit?
you can buy sliced mayo
Oh,
now.
really?
Uh-huh,
Oh,
in the
that sounds
same way you can buy
interesting.
sliced cheese. Because sure, you can go buy a block of cheddar, but then who wants to be having to, use the manpower? And obviously, I say manpower, because obviously, even when a woman is expressing any amount of strength, it's like a male quality in
Yes,
her, I think,
exactly.
probably. And so, who wants to spend their time? Jesus is coming back. Do you think I got time to pull out a good knife and slice up some cheese?
That's a
No.
good point.
So
And if you're using mayo, which I don't because it's pretty high in fat, but then you get a knife all dirty. It's kind of hard to
you
get
have
out of
more
there
work.
anyway. Most of it sits on the bottom.
Yeah. It's
Um,
so anyway, ever since I learned about mayo slices, which now, if you can skip some of these processes we need, like going to the refrigerator, getting the mayo, getting the knife out of the knife drawer, bringing it over to the counter, dirtying up the knife while you're making the sandwich, putting the knife in the uh, sink, taking the mayo back to the fridge. What you could do is open up the fridge, grab a slice of mayo, toss it onto whatever you want to eat it on, and bam, we haven't made any dishes. We haven't, we're reducing, we're getting, I'm closer to heaven with less chores is how it feels, to be honest with you.
okay.
To be honest with you.
Well, that sounds interesting. I just don't know. Like I guess the idea of biting, I just think of mayo as kind of being a viscous, something in between, liquid and solid. But a slice of it, I'm having trouble getting my head around.
Yeah. Mayo is the consistency of like a good face cream, I would say.
Oh,
So all you have to do, what I do is I just take mayonnaise out and I spread them along the countertop in little squares. I'll just spread a little mayonnaise and then I'll uh, make hard lines on all four sides. Then I'll wipe away anything that didn't make it into the perfect square. And then I let them dry. I spend a day like letting the mayonnaise dry on the countertops in the same way you're letting cookies cool on the
okay.
countertop. I've got my mayo slices drying on there. And any hoodles, uh, you know, one of my daughters instantly, my kids think it's disgusting. They
Oh,
think the
why? Oh,
mayo
okay.
slices are disgusting.
Well, they're not making dinner, are they?
No, and kids are going to hate whatever you do as a parent just because it's their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They like mayo on a BLT as much as the rest of us,
that's
but
right.
they just have to criticize everything I do. Any hoodles ended up in a
Which daughter?
uh, my daughter who stopped eating animal products because she says animals are sentient.
Okay.
And I'm like, first of all, sentient? That's pretty friggin' sophisticated, okay?
Yep.
Have you ever tried to talk to a cow or a pig?
Or your Frenchies or your Corgis?
There's not a lot of sentience there,
Now,
okay?
what is sentience? Sometimes I just wonder, like, because
I
it just
know.
like clearly animals don't have it. And I mean, you know, I mean, I don't like animals much, but you might know, Hallie, because you definitely have, a lot of Frenchies and Corgis. Like like if would you say Pancake is sentient?
No, not in the least. I mean, Pancake is a sweetheart. Pancake is a softie.
And is this
Pancake
Pancake 2 or 3?
give them numbers. It is to me, it is the same dog
Yeah.
living eternally.
Okay.
Because you know what? If Jesus wanted me to be able to process things such as death and grief, he wouldn't have risen from the dead and said, "Don't worry about it. We're not dealing with that stuff. We've got a heaven to look forward
Sure.
to." So I think there are several pancakes in heaven waiting for me, bud. But in the meantime, there has always been one pancake living in my house.
Okay. Sorry to bring up something so sore subject, but anyway, is he sentient? Pancake?
I don't believe so. He's a little sensitive sweetie, but and he likes mayo. Oh, he'll eat an entire jar of mayo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't judge like my kids. But anyway, my daughter thinks that animals are sentient somehow, and I'm like, look, heavy is the head that wears the crown. We're the only conscious creatures on earth. All
Yeah.
right, that's why the Bible said we have dominion over everything. So we're allowed to cut everything down and eat it all, or even throw it in the
Oh, throw it away.
trash can if
Yeah.
you want. Any hoodles, but sparked a whole controversy in my house this week because I'm fighting to keep my mayo slices safe while they're drying on the countertop. And my kids are in there gagging and totally disgusted by it. And they're also now trying to come up with white foods that I don't like because they're trying to show me, like, hey, mom, even if you think something is an immutable law of the universe, like Jesus winning, having already won,
Yeah.
all of the things in the Bible that are non-negotiable and that are just fact and literal. They're like, well, maybe everything isn't like that, mom, because you don't like everything that's white. And I'm like, no, yes, I do. I like everything that's white, even cauliflower. Okay. I like
You like
cauliflower.
cauliflower?
I love cauliflower when
Really?
it has a lot of melted cheddar over it.
Okay.
So much
Yeah.
so that, like, really all you can. But I'm
Well, the only
eating
thing I've ever seen, the only vegetable I've ever seen you really eat has ranch on it, so I guess it's technically white.
exactly. So, you know, it's there's no arguing with it. I mean, popcorn, parmesan, all down the list. But then this week, my daughter Fitter and her best friend Brandy are in the house making tofu. Do you know what this is?
Ugh. Yeah,
And they're trying to
unfortunately.
get me to eat this tofu. And
It's sick.
they're eating tofu on things. They're putting it in their mouth and swallowing it. And I'm ready to
What?
start gagging myself. I'm like, you think slices of mayo drying on the counter is gross? What are you putting in your body? And they're like, this is soy and it's natural and all this stuff. And I'm like, what, like soy milk? Guess what? That's not milk.
Here's how you know tofu's bad. One time I saw a guy begging for food outside of a place, salad place, and I said, "Okay, you know, can I get you something?" He said, "Yeah, give me the number two, whatever." So I went in, ordered it. They must have made some mistake and put tofu on it instead of whatever he wanted. I came back out, gave it to him. He looked at it, he said, "I don't eat tofu." Threw it away. And it was like that salad cost like $11.
Wow.
And I go, well, there you have it. And plus soy makes you effeminate, it makes you weak, and it makes your brain sort of turn into a lady brain, as far as I can tell from the internet.
Mm.
That's
Well,
how bad soy is.
yeah, it's not even food.
No,
I mean, yes,
I don't
it's
even know what it's made
see,
of.
okay, so I found the loophole. They're like, "Oh, so you don't like all foods, mom? You know, maybe there is some gray in the world." And but here's the thing, tofu isn't food,
Yeah.
or else I would like it.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so yes, it's white, but no, it's not food.
Well, I mean, that's a good case in point. I gave it to a guy who was starving, and he goes, "I won't eat it." So, maybe starving, need food, give him something, doesn't eat it. I don't think it's food.
Oh, there's a guy who waits outside the drive-through of my Dunkin' Donuts,
Uh-huh.
and I go through that Dunkin' Donuts almost every day on my way to work because, I like to get a bagel sandwich, maybe a long and some good coffee with lots of cream and sugar on my way in here. And there's a guy who's always at the drive-through. And so I come by every morning and I've maybe got like bacon has such a strong and powerful scent. So I'm munching on let's say this past week, the last thing I had at Dunkin' Donuts was I got one of those croissants that have bacon, egg, and cheese inside of it. So it's a very powerful, yummy smell.
Okay.
I roll down my window as I'm driving by, as I'm leaving the drive-through of Dunkin' Donuts. And because I am a Christ follower, I think about these things ahead of time. I'm not taking credit for it myself. This is the Holy Spirit inside me who gives me little still small voices that say, "Hey, you know what? All of those expired Kind bars and all of those old cinnamon granola bars that are just crunched up at the bottom of your purse, that maybe you feel like tossing, keep those in the console or in the side, that little door pocket on the side of my Lexus, my door, I fill it up with all the food that I was gonna throw away, and I
Oh,
give it to this guy, or anyone who's begging at any of the red lights around town. But a lot of times it's this guy, who I will give a granola bar to, and he seems to take issue with the fact that he can smell me eating bacon and egg and warm
see?
croissant, and he's getting a, dry, crushed up old, cinnamon granola bar. What he has started to do is if I even have a crack in one of my windows in my Lexus, which a lot of times I do, because a lot of times I'm traveling with some of my Frenches and Corgis to
Well,
work and
and
back,
usually
and
after winter, everybody's got a crack in some window just because of the snow plows.
what this guy has started to do is he's throwing these like nature's best granola bars back in through the cracks of my window,
What?
and as I drive by.
What?
And he does it every single time. So I've gotten wise to it because I've been hit in the side of the head twice with a expired Kind bar. And
And that's
then
hard.
and
Those get
then
hard.
yeah, and then I heard him whizzing past my head coming in if I had one of the back windows open. He was throwing them in the back seat too. I was finding this crap that I was trying to discard long ago.
So what's your solution? Not keep your windows up?
Yes, so now I got wise. I'm going through, I've got both my windows up on the driver's side as I come through. And so he didn't fall for it though. I wanted him to start, I wanted to hear that that Kind bar that's as thick as a hockey puck. I was waiting for it to hit my window, maybe even break my window when he tried to get it back inside my car,
Oh,
and I was gonna charge him for the window, but,
I
he got wise and he doesn't throw when he doesn't see a crack.
right. I remember you the other week saying, you won't believe this, but the guy at the Dunkin'
Dunkin' Donuts?
Donuts, uh, he boomeranged one, over the car and back, and it came.
In through the passenger side back window.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he bent it like Beckham, and I don't know how he did it, and maybe he might have ricocheted. It's a small, narrow opening. He could have ricocheted off the building on the other side. I'm coming through an alley. You know how you kinda, like, have to come out an alley behind the
I've
Dunkin'
never been to
Donuts?
Dunkin' Donuts now that I
You've
think
never
about it.
been to Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
Wow, well, yeah, so now he's got one of those good, like, he's shooting and he's making baskets off the backboard, if you know what I mean now, because
Wow.
he's shooting them from the other side.
Yeah, in Australia, we have a different thing. It's not called Dunkin' Donuts, but it's essentially, and I don't really eat that because it's much too sweet. But instead of having a donut that you dunk in coffee, it's kind of a puck. It almost like a puck of flavored coffee that you dump into a flavored syrupy mix that tastes a bit like I guess a liquefied donut.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, and it actually you just drop it in there and it kind of diffuses. It's disgusting.
Mm.
Um, Hallie, well, I'm sorry about that. Something that might help you is that this is why I just carry a bunch of pamphlets or my side door. And when someone asks for something like, "Hey, can I have food now?" In my, "Hey, can I have a kind bar?" I hand them the Bible because then I get to say,
That's awesome.
God loves those who help themselves. Is a little guide to do it. And I can tell they are so appreciative of that,
Oh, that's
rather
cool.
than giving them what you've been giving them, which is slightly expired, sugary, all-in-one meal replacement.
That's true. I really I can't give them cash, obviously,
Well, who
because
carries cash anymore?
exactly, exactly, and I can't explain to them how I'm paying for things with my iPhone now.
Oh, they don't even know what an iPhone is.
Yeah.
Although I've seen a lot of them with phones. Hallie, I did just want to, as we wrap up here, I did want to say it has been an awesome week because Steve is coming back in, I think, the next 3 to 5 weeks from Bermuda. He has been on sabbatical planning the fall session. And this is exciting time for us because Steve considers these times just some of the most potent, verdant, and interesting times where he gets to go to Bermuda and just talk to God. And did you see the picture that he sent, which was him out on these beautiful flats, the salt water everywhere, and it looked almost like it was a photo shoot, but I think I think it was just I think it was just maybe one of his kids took it. But Steve is
Mm.
standing out in that shallow water, and it looks almost like he's standing on the water. And I'm like, what a
Awesome.
powerful reminder that, he, like Jesus, is out there walking around on the surface of some very big ideas.
Awesome. I can't wait for what he brings back from his summer break. The way God must be speaking to him by him getting away and getting some quiet, which pastors really need to do, to just be able to hear the voice of God more
Oh,
clearly,
yeah,
you
you're
know?
gonna be around here, you're not gonna be writing the best programming you've ever come up with because everybody is making demands on his time, his energy. A lot of times he'll say, "Look, you just can't, talk to me right now because it will, in his words, kill my vibe that I'm working in." And Steve is working in such a vibe with the Holy Spirit right now. I just feel like the programming this fall is gonna be lit.
And I'm not saying he does walk on water, but I will say that Steve could if need be, because guess what? There was one regular human man who did walk on
Yeah,
water who
yeah,
wasn't
great point.
Jesus, and he did that just by believing and just by, well, being within a few feet of Jesus where Jesus could actually pick him up out of the water as he started to sink and, repair his faith quickly and get him to walk. But Peter walked on friggin' water,
Yeah.
church. So,
Sometimes I watch Japanese game shows on YouTube and they try to walk on water all the time. And I'm going, guess what, guys? Maybe believe in Jesus and some of you will win. But I don't really know what they're trying to win because the rules are really hard to follow.
and guess what? According to your t-shirt, Jesus already won, you know? He already won.
You're right.
Wait, we didn't get to kiss camera, big beautiful Bill.
It's okay.
Oh, damn it.
Um,
I talked too long about white food.
it was great. We can use Kiss Cam in an opener. We need to do some openers
Yeah,
for.
we actually do need to do it. Actually, we should do that today.
Thanks, everybody. That was
Okay,
a little
we'll save
improv.
it.
Well, Kiss Cam will get into an opener for an episode here. Passion of the White Food. Y'all
Thanks
are
for some of your jokes, y'all.
yeah, we had some good ones zinging around in here today. Thanks so much, everybody. That was an episode of Mega. We will be back in 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks time for a live stream. If you enjoyed the live stream, smash that sub and join the Discord, join the Supercast. These are all great ways to participate, and we love you for it.
We're glad you're here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Till next time.
Don't know if I know how to end this. I gotta just go unplug the internet again.
Oh, really?
No. Thanks, everybody. Bye.